truly begins now. The 2025 season is upon us, and I am honored and enthralled to be casting this big old series with my favorite European.
Hey Cole, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. It is a new year of RLCS, and you know, so I decided to move regions and decided to just cast too. Why not? I'm just gonna do every role from now on, Cole. But we have an incredible match to begin. Geekay Esports, power rank number 5 by the pros versus Ninjas in Pajamas, power rank number 3. You can't get better to open it up on the main event.
We're missing is seeing you out here on the pitch, Gibbs, playing. That is when we will truly ascend to
never again.
RLCS. We'll get there, we'll get there. But yeah, this is going to be a big game. We've got the loser of this one going out in the top 8. Both
3
teams
points
trying to vie to make it into the world champion, make it into the first major. That will not be enough necessarily. So it's high pressure situation. Already high pressure from Geekay. They get us going.
And Archie, we talked about him, World Championship Archie was something different. Major 2 Oxygen was miserable. A lot of us had him on fantasy teams, Archie and Joyo, and they didn't do anything. But the World Championship, when they got that extra bid, they really showed what they were made of. They made it to the top 6 there. So we're seeing it here again. It's a brand new day of Rocket League. Yesterday wasn't the best out of GK, but they're looking to pull up the upset.
Every day is always a different one. I always feel getting through that first day or that first top 16 day, there's a hard reset going into the second one. So hopefully for GK, as you say, this will be had. But into the Pajamas, the scorers from yesterday already. They almost break the post, and that pass almost found its target. Oski now has a couple of seconds to play with.
And that was interesting because Oski, it was a wide open net except for his teammate who did the infield pass, had to drive through the net. So it threw him off just a bit. He had to just shoot around him. But here we go with Nas, the aerial bump into a Tachi shot. It's weak though, and Joyo with the save.
And Nas was the star player for me yesterday for Ninjas in Pajamas, who focused on Oski in the pre-show. But Nas was the player who was scoring the bulk of the goals. At least that's how it seemed when we were watching. As he gets that one onto the backboard. Ninjas in Pajamas find themselves behind. It was Caliente who did the best job at really suppressing their attack yesterday. So I wonder if Geekay Esports have been following them and seeing what it is they were doing. Was it quick challenges? Was it covering the midfield? Was it stealing boosts? I'm sure whatever it was, they would have given it a go. It's also, Gibbs, best of 7, so a long old series no matter what happens here.
Yeah, we'll have timeouts as well throughout. I believe Ninjas in Pajamas, do they not have a coach? Because it is not listed.
It was announced yesterday. It's Snasky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I missed that one, but Oski puts it in. And we got a tie game. Ninjas in Pajamas, you have to watch out for all 3 members when it's on the offensive side of the field. They were 3.31 goals per game, number 1 across the day. No one was even close. The number 2 team is at 2.5 goals per game. So Ninjas were fantastic throughout yesterday, but they got to do it against a formidable opponent here in GK.
Oh, here comes Olilo to the backboard. Nas just about gets in there in time. Oski's being chased by Archie, and Archie, I'm sure, would have enjoyed that against his former teammate. I'm not sure whether Oski chose to leave or was dropped, but I'm sure no matter which way it was, Archie won't have said no to getting a chance to take out his old teammate there. Joe goes underneath. Oli tries to clear the path. Itachi had managed to wriggle away from him. And it's not one of those opening games that's tight and tense. This is one where they're all going for it, to my eyes.
Yeah, and you kind of get that when it's not best of 5 anymore, right? That game 1... Like, it's okay if you lose this one, right? You kind of just got to throw everything at it and just get right into it because you got plenty of time to make that comeback. But it's a low-scoring game, which I think is what GK wants here, right? Because we saw Ninjas again yesterday putting up tons and tons of goals. So if they can hold Ninjas to about 2 goals per game, then I think GK has a real shot at winning this.
Well, they'll have to score another one at least in this first if they are to win. As Joe goes for a musty flick, it's read by Nas. Itachi uses all of his boost. Rare to see Itachi go for the ball with nothing left in the tank. Normally such a controlled player. Joyo realized he couldn't get that one up against Oski. And now Ninjas in Pajamas just start to speed things up. They've had more of the ball in the last 30 seconds, whereas it's been even before. Finally, we get some blue pressure. Who comes forward against Nas? It's pretty even, really. I'd say Ninjas in Pajamas have been shading it, but not too much to pick between these teams.
Yeah, there's not a lot of offensive pressure on either side. You have to give...
Ooh, that
like with the chop. Oh, never mind. You know, cast a curse Nas, though, it goes off the bar and no one's there to finish. So they kind of get away with one there. But there's so many players on the squad of Ninjas that you got to watch out for. Nas, obviously, the 1v1 ability from him is one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. Then Itachi's your European MVP. Then you bring in Oski, he's a former teammate of GK. So it's like everything's on the side of Ninjas. Everyone expects them to make the major, but again, whoever loses this, you walk away with 3 points, and that is it from the first open. That is not what you want.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Not going to be the start they would have dreamed of. It still could be enough if they end up, performing well in the next qualifiers, but certainly not where they'd say would be par. Is Joyo. Get someone into the center. A couple of demos coming in. Might open things up for a second. No, instead, Oski via a bump from Nas. Get that one forward. It's starting to look a little bit safe now. I said after a minute or so that this one wasn't too tense. I think since then, they've started to have that fear as Nas has to make a save his own goal. It's pretty much been one outpace from Nas. Apart from that, there's not really been too much to separate these two. Overtime seems to be looming, Gibbs.
Yeah, we're getting close to golden goal territory. Like, whoever puts one in now pretty much will probably win this. So let's see if we get any offensive pressure in this last half minute here. There's a weird pinch out. It'll just be turned away, though, from Ninjas. And Itachi, he gets it around 2. Can he get it around Joy? Oh, he runs out of boost. He cannot get that tap.
Yeah, that is smart from Joyo as well. With 5 seconds left, lets the ball bounce towards his own net. He realized his opponent had no boost. He had 100. He can just watch that one go. Maybe try and build something back on the other side. Nas uses all of his boost to get through it, and now he and Oli 50-50 it down. And what better way to start?
Ooh, here we go.
Gibbs from a big old overtime.
Yeah, got to watch out for this first kickoff. Itachi, he gets beat by Oli, and Oli can follow this up with no boost, though. The infield pass will get turned away.
Nas is going to try and nip in here ahead of Archie. Archie's beat into the ball, all ends up. Oli, nothing left in the tank. Joyo gets someone into the center. Looking like Nip have started this overtime slightly better. As Itachi almost gets it past Archie. Oski's going to take control. Joyo's just waiting for his former teammate. The two of them collide in the air. Oski's going to be able to win this one and get the floor pinch down. But it's all just 50-50 aerials.
Yeah, a lot of midfield.
Is really taking full control of this so far. I'm just wondering, Gibbs, who it's going to be that does.
It's going to come down to one errant touch, right? Like when you're on... Oh, there it is! He just leaves the ball. Nas with the goal. Ninjas in pajamas. They steal game 1 after just like a tie the whole time. But Oli should have touched it, I guess. I guess he didn't know where Nas was. And Nas just comes in and cleans it up. And Ninjas, they take game 1.
Could I borrow your version of the game that actually exists 10 seconds in the future? Because you knew exactly what was...
We'll see how this plays out. It's so incredibly tense, though, because you go into the weekend knowing you need to maximize your points. And 3 points is not going to cut it for either of these teams who are supposed to fight for a top 4 spot. So whoever loses, they're going to have their work cut out for open 2 and 3. And here we go. We just begin again with that Ninjas offense. Nas just comes out. We see Oski with just an easy pass, really, just beats the last man on defense, and that's wide open shot.
And that's something that we didn't see in game number 1. We did not see Ninjas in Pajamas with a lead, and Geekay Esports were very solid and defined in their roles in that first game, really having to push through. Obviously, it's only 1 goal, 15 seconds in. It won't change the way Geekay Esports play, but a couple of quick goals in a row between the games for Ninjas in Pajamas, so maybe that'll just start to get inside GK's heads. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll see them remain solid and not start to make any more unforced errors.
And Cole, I don't want to bring it up real quick, but I'm going to bring it up. The FIFA E World Cup. We have to kind of talk about that with England. You know, it's basically England versus Morocco again here, at least with 2/3 of both teams. And England obviously faltered, and Morocco looked fantastic. Itachi with the shot, the rebound to Oski. Joyo is the last man back, and Itachi with basically no boost. Beats 1, beats 2. Joyo has to make a desperate save, and Oski capitalizes. But Morocco, with Nas and Itachi, they looked so good. The only time they looked poor was against maybe France, but they still played them so incredibly close. So that's where all the hype is coming out of this squad of Ninjas. Is it's 2/3 Morocco, and then you just bring in a third that is so incredibly good, like in Oski, that these guys can be world champions. These guys are one of those few teams, I would say, that has a real chance to take down those Vitalities and K-Corps and Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday against Team Vitality, any one of those games could have gone either way. The difference was Zen playing at his zeniest.
Yeah.
And I wonder if for this GK Esports team, there is a player among them. I'm looking maybe at Joyo, maybe at Oli, who is able to sort of be that player for GK Esports right now. Because as it stands, so far in game number 2, it's Ninjas in Pajamas that are beginning to run away with this one, starting to look just a little bit better. I mean, they are not a tier above, but they were certainly voted higher in the power rankings. And I think from the couple of goals we've seen early doors in game 2, we're starting to be able to see why.
But the importance, too, we talk about, oh, it's only 3 points for one of these teams, and that's bad. But it's more important for whoever wins, because you're knocking one of your peers that is a team that should compete for a top 4 to 3 points, while you still have that chance at the full 15, right? So that's a huge swing. Like, sure, you don't want this matchup necessarily, but if you win it, you love this matchup, right? Because you knock down one of those teams that is in the running for a top 4 spot in Europe.
Yeah, well, so far we've seen Geekay Esports just come forward a little bit. Only has a shooting chance. Itachi.
Watch out, Archie, no boost.
He was in the perfect position. Archie's boost is below Itachi. Itachi fakes out. Oli smushes it above his goal. That keeps the attack going, though. Good pressure here from Ninjas in Pajamas. Geekay Esports going to have to stand up tall only halfway through this game. Need to not get itchy and try and force their goal too soon. That pinch, though, could help things, and that's somehow read it. Takes a perfect first touch into a flip reset. Itachi takes over. Ninjas in Pajamas trying to turn the screw. Geekay Esports able to come forward. It's just when Geekay Esports do come forward, Gibbs, do they have the creativity? It's looking comfortable for Nip in defense right now, and that's what's frustrating me.
Yeah, you kind of need 2 members up. Here we go, Oli with the double tap off the back wall for the pass to Joyo, but not enough. But you need people with boost, right? We've seen a lot of times where they have not a lot of boost. Great challenge here by Itachi! Oh my! Itachi trying to put in a top 5 goal already for the year. So incredibly close, but that's what you got to be concerned about when a challenge goes wrong and you don't have a lot of boost when you're playing defense. You got to be careful. Here's a chance, so a redirect by Archie goes just wide.
Oh man, my hands are still on my head from that chance earlier on from Itachi. It was the improvisation of it, leaning back and then leaning forward, getting the read, having another flip reset out of nowhere. He's got flip resets in his pockets that he's showing us all. Oh man, what a goal that would have been. But it remains 2-0. Oski beats Oli to the ball. Archie to touch into the center. He wants to put this one into the middle, but again, Ninja the Pajamas, proactive defending, on letting Geekay Esports have too much time on the ball. Seems to be the big difference. Archie wins this one cleanly, but it goes to, I mean, maybe towards Joyo, but
no boost again.
No, exactly, he has to use all of his boost to get it. The passing just isn't incisive enough.
1 minute left. You're down 2 versus a high-powered offense. You have to put up something now, like at this point. Let's see if they can get something going, but again, no boost for Oli. He's going for bumps with 0 boost. They just can't find anything right now.
It's looking pretty comfortable right now for Ninja in Pajamas. It seems that they're easing their way to a 2-0 lead here. Oski gets the ball, wins a huge 50-50 against, I think it was a couple of Geekay Esports players were pushing up against him. It has to be now for Geekay Esports. Joe gets the edgeable bump against Nas, but Itachi's behind him, and now we are in the dying embers of this second game. Ninja in Pajamas can sit back a little bit more, and if these edgeable bumps do come up, you got a player to follow up. It's beautiful game management from NIP. It's great mechanics. It's almost 3.
Midfield challenges. We talked about game 1. It felt like they were more neutral that game, but this game, Ninjas in Pajamas are just winning these midfield challenges, which causes no boost. Oski puts in a 3rd to end game 2, but it's because of those midfield challenges keeps them on the defensive side, and then Ninjas, when they're on the offensive half, with those 3 members on that team, they're going to find a way to score, and they do so here. A great game from them, a 3-0 win. Boost control was on point. The midfield challenge game was on point. And there was maybe, what, 1 quality scoring chance that they had to defend, and that's about it throughout this game. So
even
Ninjas, game 2, well done by them.
Yeah, I mean, they are improving as this series goes on, and they're making it's winter. Sometimes there's snow, Gibbs.
That's fair. That's fair. But I don't want to go outside and take him down, all right?
Yeah, all right. Pay me a $5 and I'll come over and do it for you.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Game 3, obviously must win. We always talk about it. You don't want to go down 3-0. GK needs this one.
They do indeed, yeah. They have to at least step up their performance, force an overtime again, but bring the fight to Ninja in Pajamas. It seems to me that they are the team that's dictating the pace of this one. That's better.
Nice pass.
Joy can score here, it's big, but Nas somehow gets the read. He always seems to see it coming. This pair of Moroccans on this team. Absolute defensive geniuses. Oski not too bad in attack himself. It's a quick reset forward, Itachi to the side wall. It's suddenly swung over back to Ninja in Pajamas, and it's Geekay Esports who happen to do some defending. Rip-roaring start to game 3, Gibbs.
Yeah, some sketchy defense maybe on both sides at times, but we saw some wide open plays there. That's what you want. The infield pass turned into a shot. The defender just barely gets back in Nas, but that's what you want to see. You need to find space on this field.
Archie clears the ball just as far as he can. I think he wants his team to be able to pick up some boost, so that's not a bad idea from him. Joe with the pass back to Archie, who'd stolen a boost there. It's another thing as well. Ninjas in Pajamas always seems to have 100. Like, wherever you look, there's players with 100 or 70 boosts. Whereas you can't quite say the same for Geekay right now. So these boost steals could be important. I want to see Archie pushing through, trying to steal this 100. But he's not even won that race. Now he has to get back slowly.
Oh, no, zero boost.
No boost. He went for all of it, but Archie, I'll tell you what, Gibbs, does incredibly well to get a touch there.
Zero boost saves. There are times where you absolutely need them, and Archie prevailed there, but that was close. They tried to pressure, but there was no boost available, so they got into a little bit of trouble. Archie, again, zero boost, though, getting in front of the ball.
He's doing a lot with a little right now, is Archie. They've achieved the first thing they need to do, Geekay Esports. Now they have to do the second, which is get themselves back on the orange half. They've got the ball there, but no control of it. As Archie does more work defensively, they have to get him on the front foot. Joyo tries to flick it over Nas. That's too fast. Yet again, a real difference maker, as we saw yesterday. Joyo up against Itachi. Itachi gets that 100. Oski can just bend the ball to his whim until Oli comes into the corner. This is better from Geekay Esports. They at least have something to work with. Archie up against Itachi almost makes it work, but I like what I'm seeing from Geekay now.
Yeah, they're getting on to the offensive side of the field. That's what you want. They're getting more boost. And when they don't have boost, they're in the right position to make plays happen. And that is so important as well. Obviously, everyone wants 100 boost all the time, but that's not going to happen. So if you do have zero, be in the right place on the field to make the plays happen. So far, we've seen that, but this challenge goes wrong, and Nas secures the goal. This challenge, I'm not sure what happened here. It looks like just plain old miss by Oli.
He used all
and
the
Itachi throws the phone.
He didn't have enough boost to go for that challenge. He couldn't readjust his car in the air because he was using everything he had at the initial trajectory he was aiming at. And sure, we praised Archie for his no boost defense earlier, but at some point you need to keep something intact. You know, you need to keep something there to use. And it's not being done. Ninjas in Pajamas, they bully their way through Geekay. And Geekay once again are going to have to chase.
And that hurts too, because they're playing so well. You know, it's a close game, 0-0, one mistake though, and it's like, oh, we're down a goal again against this team while we're playing well. So they got to find something quick. I think the momentum is hurting them badly here. Here comes Joyo. He has some boost, going for the flip reset, cannot get it, but Archie will keep the play. It's like alive on the offensive side of the field. Oski has nothing. Can we get anything going? No. Nothing coming out. Nas now, the 1v1 ability from him. The flip reset! Oh, it doesn't go in! Joyo pulls it out. Another shot though, Nas. Archie, another big save. Geekay doing what they need to do at the very least to keep this a one-goal game.
Yeah, we've had such close line to some brilliant goals in this one. Joy tries to get one of his own using the ceiling. Itachi has 100 now, so what can he conjure up? Nas beside him. Oski as well, all of them. There's 300 boost between them. They're going to use it just to get that ball on net. This, Gibbs, is a masterpiece in boost management.
Itachi, great fake out there. Nas was waiting for it, and Itachi, because he did that fake, he had more boost in the tank to follow it up. A great give and go play by Itachi and Nas. And again, we talked about these Moroccans, man. They're good. They're so good at Rocket League, and they're showing it throughout this match.
Oski takes that one down. Mip really feeling they can press the issue yet again. Itachi goes for the slow roll, and Nas tries to help him out. Archie, how many saves has he made? 6 saves for Archie.
But no shots as well, no goals, no assists. That's not a line you'd necessarily want. So again, they're having to play a lot of defense. Ninjas in Pajamas, the #1 offensive team throughout all of yesterday, and they're showing why. They are a three-headed monster over here.
Yeah, they really are. They are swarming Geekay Esports right now. Nas has another go. Wants to get a flip reset after his save, after the shot was saved earlier on. Actually hit the crossbar, didn't it? It was a good old-fashioned flip reset, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Nothing fancy by today's standards, but as clean as you like. And now there's 20 seconds left. I just cannot see Geekay Esports getting back into this one, especially as Nas cannons the crossbar yet again. Oski, can there be one more just for fun for Ninjas in Pajamas? We saw him smiling earlier. He'll be smiling more now if Itachi can get round here.
Wait a minute. Can Oli win this? Have a chance? He does.
He can, Gibbs.
3 seconds. 3 seconds. It is possible. Oli comes out. Like, I think Ninjas maybe tried a little too hard to pad the numbers there. And Oli with 0 boost, a little just aerial fake, turns into a low shot, and Tachi misses. Here we go. What's your kickoff?
It's going to have to be something. Let's take a look. Oh. I mean,
Oh, maybe? Maybe?
It's worked. It's gonna
He gave it back to him.
Oh my goodness me. They almost made it work. I don't know if that's what they had in the, you know, if Johnny Boy were to write a big book of kicks in pajamas.
So what does GK have? They're down 3-0. They literally just have to change game plan and just go for it, right? Just go for it and try and take a game. Take it 5 minutes at a time. Here we go, Archie with 0 boost. Gets the pass out to Oli with the shot, but again, 2 defenders, always my ninjas, but this time they miss and Joyo capitalizes. And that is what GK needs, an early lead.
Yeah, they have their first lead since game 1, and that was stunning from Archie. The read that he got and timing his flip from the ceiling to get that one into the center, it was almost read by Itachi, but for once, Nip couldn't get the all-important touch, and Joyo was on hand to give us a game here in the 4th. Now, can they hold on? Well, I sort of want to see them be a little bit more solid and defensive just for 30, 40 seconds or so. Make sure they don't concede quickly. Now they have their lead. They're going to have to do some defending now. Nas, the backboard again, but it's well blocked by Oli. Itachi's coming in now. He has to turn himself. Joyo just waiting on the backboard. Catches it, blocks it. Good blocking there from GK.
But this is a 2-man offense. Like, Oski is just playing midfield defense this entire time, and here's his chance. But he's just letting Itachi and Nas just do what they need to do, and he'll just wait until they finally run out of boost, and then he'll move forward. But right now, with all the flip resets and stuff like that, it's so hard to play defense and get those balls to the corner, so it's non-threatening. Nas again here, we'll just throw it at net, while Itachi will wait on this, but a boost was grabbed by Ninjas, but Joyo has 100, going for the aerial dribble play, gets it done, and GK with Joyo back-to-back goals. They forgot about Joyo. 100 boost, midfield, with space, he's gonna capitalize.
Yeah, Joyo takes it as the crow flies, straight from A to B. No need for backboard plays, flip resets, anything like that. Just make sure you block that ball, and suddenly Joyo's put GK right back on the map. Oli beats Itachi now. Suddenly it's GK that are getting all the... Oh. Nas gets the read on Oli. What a save that was. An important one. A third goal might kill game 4.
Anaski with the aerial demo. It doesn't matter too much. Nas will throw it around to the other corner, and Archie try and take this out, but he can't again. And Oski with a lot of boost will get a good challenge, try and keep this ball just involved on the offensive side. Hand it off to Nas, who a weak shot on net, but Archie was backwards, so Ninjas keep control.
And they do. Nas tries to force his way through. It's Joyo again. He is the man who has awoken. I said, will they have an individual who can get them something, who can give them some joy? And it was the man whose name is Joy with an I at the end.
Nice.
Thanks. Nas around the corner. Oski waiting. Nas tries to get the bump into Itachi. Oski now takes his turn, but Archie was reading that, and you identified that's their game plan. Oski coming in last, Gibbs. Yeah. They've started to realize that. They're getting the read now on Ninja in Pajamas.
And so what you need when you play against Itachi, he used to be on the mates. What was the one thing everyone hated? When the mates went up 1-0, they parked the bus, right? They parked the bus, they just play defense. That's what Itachi wants to do. Early lead, park the bus, play defense, and win. When you're down 2-0, though, it's going to force Ninjas to use that high-powered offense, but use all 3 members. Like, Osi is more involved. He needs to get more involved on the offensive side to make this comeback happen.
Oh, more good pace there. It's Archie off the backboard from the assist from Oli. And maybe we have a series, Gibbs.
And look at this. Nas with 100 boost, Oli with, what, 12? And that is Nas, the 1v1 god, gets dumped on there to make that happen. But you're making Ninjas uncomfortable. They're down 2-0 at the time. They have to push forward. They don't want to play that game, and GK makes them pay.
Joyo has Archie clearing a path for him yet again. I'm loving this version of Geekay Esports. And the read's so much better, and they actually don't always have 4 boosts in the tank, which is nice. Look, something to play with. Who's following him up? It's going to be Archie. Gonna have a race of Nas. He's got enough to get that. It falls to Oli as well. They're thinking about the challenge game. The ball goes to their teammates. It's a more well-rounded performance, even taking away the goals. If this was 0-0, I'd be saying the same thing. Much better. Here comes Nas. Oh, there was Archie in goal. I was going to say, could he have just shot? Didn't see Archie there, who is making himself busy there on the goal line. If Nip can score soon, there's a chance for them, but this is looking like GK's.
Yes, but it'll be just 3-1, right? So it's not the end of the world for a quality team like Ninjas, because they're probably thinking, I don't think they can beat us 4 times in a row. Like, they won't say that out loud, but they're definitely thinking that a bit. Like, you know, no one's beaten us 4 times in a row. So we'll see if that happens, though. Nice pass here by Itachi out to Nas. And again, that offense, Itachi, Nas, getting it done. And that's what you got to be concerned about. It probably won't matter too much here, but that pass by Itachi, fantastic. But over a minute left, 2 goals. They could come back.
Yeah, Itachi shows that when he wants to strike, his pace is there, even though he's one of the slower, quote-unquote, players in the RLCS. More deliberate is how I'd word it.
I just say smarter, you know, but that's how I would do it. I mean, Monkey Moon is slow, all right, and he's the GOAT, so, you know.
Goats are pretty slow. You ever race the GOAT, Gibbs? I'd back you.
Like, my average speed in games is like 100 when it's supposed to be 1,500, so I'll just say, yeah, it's good to be slow. It's good to be slow.
Here's Oski, wants to try and force this one forwards. At this point, Ninja the Pajamas have to do anything they can to get that ball there. Attaching the pass towards Nats, and goes in. Things get very, very sweaty, and that is exactly what we've just seen.
Here we go again, Itachi. Great job to get up on that wall, to get the angle. Nats, 0 boost, but he has to trust his teammate there. They need that goal desperately. Half a minute left, down 1 goal. Ninjas and Pajamas are coming back.
I'm sad that we didn't see the Geekay Esports kickoff there from Ninja the Pajamas, where you just sort of don't go for the ball and see what happens, and it almost works. But alas, it's the default kickoff there from NIP. As they come forwards, everyone's missing this one. Oli will be happy with that. He goes for a musty almost. Yeah. Just ended up backwards. There's big demo there from Oski against Archie. This could be the moment. Nas gets the bomb! It's cruel, but this is EU Rocket League, baby!
Nas, 100 boosts in a 1v1. You don't want this if you're GK. You don't want this if you're Archie. Nas ties the game. They were down 3 just a minute ago. All tied up. We could be going to another overtime.
Big kickoff win there from Nas. Itachi gets that demo just a tad late. Oski sends it forwards. Oli, not quite sure that the musty flick earlier on was his best bet, so he'll be looking forward to making up this one if he can. Nas keeps the ball up. Will he take the overtime? Does he just want to kill it? Yes, he does. For the first time in this series, next goal wins.
Ninjas just want to get it done now. They just want to win, because you don't want to give a team that is high quality like it, their opposition, to have any momentum. Just get it done.
Itachi tries to get that going. Teeing up Oski. Nas is a racing with Archie. Archie was trying to take out Nas, but Nas not only got the ball, also went to the ceiling, kept his dodge, and then cleared the path for Itachi. Beautiful 0 boost play there from Nas, but Oski is left all alone. Joyo's up against him. He'll know what Joyo can do, so Oski opts to just get that ball as clear as he can. A huge demo again! Poor old GK, man. They just can't stay on the pitch.
Yeah, but it was confusing, though. No one could really get the ball after that, so we'll see the offensive pressure out here. But Oski finally, he'll get it wide. He does a 50-50. Itachi down to Nas, possibly. Nas just a little bit too far back, so can't get the read.
Ski just asked a quick question of Archie, and Archie wasn't quite there for the answer, or maybe he was called off the ball by Oli. He uses everything he has in attack to get that ball towards Nas. Nas goes for the steal rather than the ball, allowing Oski to come in not 10 seconds later. Oski's touch, quite the one he was after, so Joy can get a double. It leaves it for Oli instead, sorry. And that's on the backboard. Looking dangerous for both teams right now. I can see what GK are thinking. They're thinking hold out and counter the way you were describing Nip earlier, Gibbs.
Yeah. Just play the defense, wait till they do a little bit too much, or hope that Oski is just 3rd man back by himself. But we'll see Itachi again. The thing is, you don't want to give Itachi any space, because he's made great passes throughout this entire match. And now Archie's just going to throw it deep. Nas will try and win this over him, and he does. Joy, he wins it over him too. Now Oli is the 3rd man back. We'll just have to waste some time. But the boost grabs by Ninjas. Oh, Aaron touch! No! Not how you want to end it there, GK.